We got independence. I went to high school at that time, 1948, I think I joined high school. First year, we had a Kannada textbook in which there were lots of poems. One poem was a long poem with 7 stanzas. Jai Bharata Jananiya Tanujate, Kuvempu writing it. Me, with my interest in singing, learned the song by heart. And when my father, who was the only teacher other than one English teacher there, when he took our Kannada class, he asked one of my classmates of the 25 of us to read the poem. And that boy was not a good reader at all. He fumbled and I came home and shouted at my mother, "Why didn't you tell him how much I love that song?" Next day, my father said in the class, "Read the poem," he told me. I started reading the poem and started singing it in class. And I am sure my father must have felt so ashamed of me. He didn't know where to look. Really. I mean, he couldn't think of his daughter doing this kind of a thing in a class. But then that made me known as a singer, and everything that happened in that old little town of Hosnagara, I had to be singing. I was the one from Bangalore and Davangere, which were both bigger towns than Hosnagara. I sang everywhere, spoke in all discussions, debates, everything. I was there. Maybe now I think they allowed me to do all that because I was the headmaster's daughter. I may not have been the best, but they allowed me to do all that. There were 3 other girls with me in my class. Nobody could sing. One girl had come from some other place, Mysore or something. She was living with her uncle because her parents were dead. She was no good as a singer. One girl came from a village, a farmer's family. She walked 4 miles to come to school and then 4 miles back to the village next to the town of Hosnagara. Another girl, Nagaratna, I remember her name very well. Nagaratna came from a family which sold milk. She would go from house to house distributing milk and come to school, then go back home and do whatever else work she was. She was very happy because her relatives used to stay in Bombay and she knew that she was going to Bombay. After high school, she got married to somebody in Bombay and she went there. That high school days was something which I don't think we get to do these days. Because I used to get hold of all the boys around the government quarters where we lived. We used to go to the nearby forest, then bring in, there used to be a particular fruit. We didn't know the name of that fruit. But it was a sour fruit. I think it was what the Mangaloreans eat at home. It starts with a K. And that we used to bring, and the leaves we used to bring and stitch them into plates to eat, play around and do. I used to watch women getting together to make midi manga pickle in the season, or jackfruit papad and things like that. I used to see all that.